Hey guys, this is a little video on how to install your Z-Block pedal adapter for the LS6 2004-2005 CTS-V to adapt the C5 Corvette Accelerator pedal. The kit comes with 3 bolts, 3 washers, safety pin, harness connector, and the block itself. You will need to buy the C5 pedal assembly separate. So let's get to putting this thing together. On the back side, the nuts are already installed, so go ahead and take your pedal assembly and set it on top. There's a hole down here, one underneath by the springs and one on the top. So we're going to go ahead and drop a screw in on each one. Just to save time, I'm going to tighten this off camera, but I'm just going to use a 10mm ratcheting wrench and just snug them down. It doesn't need to be super tight. Just move slowly and you'll feel it. It'll come to a stop. Okay, now that you've tightened all 3 10mm bolts, we're going to take the whole assembly, the connector, and the 3 washers, and we're going to head over to the car. Alright, so the first thing you want to do to get your gas pedal out, remove the trim that's above your pedals. There's going to be 4 screws. They should be Phillips. There's 3 along the front edge here, and then there's 1 kind of back here above the clutch pedal. And then you're going to have this wire here that's going to connect to your footwell light. Remove that panel out of the way and pull it out. I've taken mine out already, but here's the 3 studs that your accelerator pedal mounts to. There's going to be a 10mm nut on each one of those. So go ahead and unplug your accelerator pedal and remove those 3 10mm nuts and set them aside. We're going to use them to put the Z-Block on. And then go ahead and grab your Z-Block and pedal assembly. And let's see, this is hard to film under here. Okay, there we go. And then it should. There we go. Once you got it on, all the studs, the ones above that connector, it's kind of hard to see. Go ahead and grab the 3 washers that are included in your kit and put them on each one of the studs. Like that. And then go ahead and take your 10mm nuts. Oops, the washer fell off. Washer. Nut. Third one I kind of do by feel. I can't really see up there, but it's above the connector. And then to tighten these, I use my Milwaukee 1/4" ratchet. Get these going real quick. There's 2. And then the 3rd one. Got it. Okay. And then it's going to be easier to install your connector on the Corvette side first, which is this one here. Go ahead, plug that in, and then get your CTS-V, the side that goes to the car body, and then just plug it in. I'm gonna have to use both hands for this. Plug it in until it clicks, and then you can just tuck that up there, and then that's it. Just put your trim panel back on and you're good to go. No relearn or anything is necessary. The pedal is moved probably about 10 millimeters to the left. The factory pedal is a little bit closer to your footrest here, and then as you can see, it's a little bit more in line with all the other pedals. The factory CTS-V pedal sits a lot closer to the floor. Alright, so with the Z-block and the C5 pedal adapter installed, the pedal actually sits a little bit closer to the steering column. So when you go to put in your trim panel, this sits like this, but I'll flip it over. It's gonna rub right here. So where I've marked with this green line, this will actually need to be trimmed out. Go ahead and trim that out, and then it should go right back on the way it came off. Alright, now that we got our pedal installed, I'm going to talk about how to replace the sensor on the pedal, and what's the difference with the sensor, and why is there a safety pin in my kit, and why is there 2 red marks on these wires. So first, in order to remove the sensor, you're going to need a Torx 20 security bit. If you don't know what that is, it's just a Torx with a little hole on the end, and then there's 2 screws, one here and one here. We're going to go ahead and take those off. There's one. Two. And then the sensor just pulls straight off. Oops. Here's the new sensor. Here's the part number, Dorman 699102. And then same way as taking off, you just slide it right back on. Oh. Come on. There we go. Alright. Back in with the T20s. Alright, and that's the sensor swap. This sensor is actually for a 2003 Escalade, Silverado, whatever. It is not a Corvette sensor. There's a very slight difference. Internally, the amount of accelerator pedal position sensors, they both have 3, and they both operate exactly the same. So due to the sensors being slightly different, there is a little change that we have to make. If you look at, this is the factory Corvette one in my left hand, and on the right side is the, we'll call it the Escalade sensor. There's a locating tab right here and right here. They're on opposite sides. So I've already gone ahead and modified each connector. It has both locating tabs. That way it will physically connect to each connector without modification. But there is 2 wires that need to be swapped on this side of the connector for it to work correctly. I've already gone ahead and marked which wires those are, and they'll be marked in your kit with red or yellow tape. And so this is where the safety pin comes in. We're going to de-pin these and swap them over. So the first thing we're going to do is take off this gray piece that keeps the terminals from backing out. I'm just going to pry it off on each side. I'm just using a trim tool here. You could use a pocket screwdriver as well. And then I just take it out just to get it out of my way. And then go ahead and grab your safety pin that's included in the kit. And then if you can see right here, this little square above the terminal, right there, that's where we're gonna stick the safety pin to depin each terminal. So I'm gonna start with this one here, this guy. Take your safety pin and we're just gonna slide it in there till it stops, and then go ahead and pull that out. Oops. All right, and then for the other one, it's this one down here. Slide that in, and then just pull it out. Make sure before you swap these, focus, that little retaining tab is up above the terminal body. That way you can ensure that it locks in place. If it's down, just slightly bend it up a little bit with your safety pin. So now I'm going to slide this one into the other hole, and this one into that one. We're just swapping these two wires around only on this side, only on the Corvette pedal side. And then this just slides back into place, and set the wires in each little groove. There's that side. And then just clicks into place. And now this is ready to plug in. And then go ahead and stick it back in the car. Again, just like with the C5 sensor, there's no programming or anything required. You just plug it in, bolt it up, and you're good to go. Another thing I forgot to add, not only do I have the wires taped that need to be swapped, if the tape falls off for whatever reason, there are letters. I'll turn it around. There are letters on the connectors. The two that you want to swap are E and J. There is no I on here for whatever reason. They skip that. So there's J on the top. Flip it over. And there's E. So E and J are the two pins that need to be swapped. And lastly, just want to say thanks for buying the kit and supporting me in this venture of fixing the LS6 CTS-Vs. It's been on my mind for a long time, and I'm glad that I was able to finally fix it and help you guys out. Any feedback would be awesome. If you have any installation comments or questions, feel free to let me know and I'll get it sorted out for you. Thanks again.